Hi, I'm Angie. This will be my first video. I made one the other day on the same subject, but I didn't feel like I explained it very well, so took it off and started over. I've been feeling for about 4 years that I needed to make some videos, but I just wasn't ready, and now I feel like I have to make this video. I feel like it's what I'm called to do, so here I go. I've been in a twin flame relationship for about 8 years now. 4 years is when I figured out what I was going through, and that's when I started going through the spiritual awakening, and I was really, really sick. Like, I scientifically proved that you can almost die from going through Kundalini. I was not ready for that Kundalini, and I had no idea it's a whole nother video, but I had no idea about twin flames, spiritual awakening, Kundalini energy, none of that. It just happened, and I was led to figuring out what it was. And I actually researched, after I seen twin flames, I actually tried to research proving that it was not twin flames. So all you that are like, I want to find my twin flames. So anyway, I work on Keen as a psychic advisor, and my main subject is soulmates and twin flame relationships. And I know that some people don't like the word relationships when you're talking about twin flames, but I feel like it is a relationship. I feel like there's different types of relationships. There's the parents, children, best friends, soulmates, the lesson relationships that come in. Then there's twin flames. Now, twin flames is way different, like totally different than anything else. But I still feel it's a relationship. It's two people coming together to do something. So, working on Keen, I have a lot of people stuck at the same spot. And that's what I want to talk about, being real. To me, it's like, there's the feminine and the male, but I feel like there's like a lead. There's a lead person. There's one that's more, that goes through things first, and I feel like you are to help the other, your partner, your twin flame partner. I mean, when it's happening, you're both going through things, don't ever think they're happy and all good and you're miserable. You're both feeling it, you're both being pushed, you're both going through it. I mean, twin flames is you're on a mission. You have a purpose, and you have to reach a certain point of growth to be able to do the purpose. So when you meet and enter this connection, your world starts changing because you're being pushed into growth on a whole different level. Like, another video. Look at all these videos I need to make. But my subject today is being real. So there's the lead and there's the one that runs off. And I'm speaking with the lead people. I love to speak to some runners, but I speak with lead people because they're the ones sitting there trying to figure it out, wondering why they were just in love in this wonderful relationship, and now this person's running off, going back to his wife, getting married. I mean, and then they'll come back, I love you, then they run off, then it's such back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, never ending. And at the same time, you're probably going through major life changes because you've entered this connection, now you're being pushed. So a lot of people are going through divorce. They're going through spiritual awakenings. They're going through total job loss, being pushed to another job. You're changing your diets. I had to quit smoking I smoked for like 25 years, but it felt like I was on speed or something. It was like physically couldn't smoke anymore. It's just weird things happen to you. You're freaking out. I love the thought of this worked for me a lot. When you feel like you're losing your mind, lose it because you will find it. I'll have to, I seen that on, anyway, it, you're not losing your mind. You're changing to a higher person, a higher spiritual being. So, you're going through the twin flame thing and they're running off and they're coming back. These people are telling me, they're like, I can't take it no more. I can't take one more disappointment. I don't understand why they keep going back and forth, back and forth. When is this going to end? You know, so sad. And I tell, to me, the person's running off because they can't handle the intensity of the connection. I mean, it's so intense. You know how intense it is, and you're trying to be in it, and they just can't be. And a lot more for men. Men have a hard time with emotions, period. And then they're thrown in this emotion, it's like, and they can't handle it at all, so they run. They run. A lot of times you'll hear, what do they say? That they're leaving because it's better for you. I mean, they're full of tons of excuses why they're running off, and none of it makes sense, but what it is fear. It comes to fear. And then you're stuck there. But and they're not telling they're not telling their partner how they feel. They can't handle the feelings. They can't handle the back and forth no more. They can't handle them running away, but they will not tell them honestly how they feel about it. They're like, I have to keep it like light. I have to chit chat. That's the way they want it. It's like, how are you ever gonna? Did you forget your lead? You're to teach the other person. You are given this message because it's your job to be real and tell the other person so they can wake up, so they can quit running off. But they'll be like, I don't want to tell them. You know why they don't want to tell them? They don't want to be real. They don't want to tell them, I can't handle you running off no more. You know why they don't want to tell them that? Because they're afraid they're going to run off. Yeah. When they're afraid they're going to run off, but that's all they're dealing with is them running off. One thing that you need to know about twin flames is it's never ending. A true twin flame is not going to run away forever. It's not going to happen, even when you try to make it happen. Like I've had years of where they physically go away, physically leave me and go away, but I always feel them. Always. It's like they're in the other room, they're always and they always come back. A true twin flame will always come back. You don't have to worry about them running off forever. And if you don't, you're dealing with your own fear by not being real with them and telling them how you feel. That's your fear. You're scared they're going to run off. I mean, how silly is that? They're running off, but you're scared they're going to run off. You know what I mean? That's your own fear. And until you face that fear and you can be real with them, it's not going to change. They're going to keep running off. Because that's your job as a lead, is to be real, tell them, make them face it. Come on with it. You know what I mean? Listen to yourselves. I don't want to tell them because they're going to run off. So this video is to explain to you that if you want to get to the next step, you have to be open, honest with what you feel in your soul. Separate the ego. What do you feel? What do you feel? And don't be afraid to express that. When you express that, that's giving them knowledge. Even if they don't like it, they will run off for a second probably because they're like, oh, God, oh, They'll be back. It's okay. And you'll get a step further in this. A step further. Because you faced your fear and you're making them face theirs. That's what this is about. Overcoming, growth, waking up, growing, overcoming to become what you need to become to handle your mission. I hope it made sense to you. I'll be making other videos when I feel like I'm supposed to, and I'll tell my story eventually. 8 years. Bye. Oh, my website is Art by Blossom. I'll put it down there. And I do readings on Keen at Healing Within Us. Thanks a lot. Bye.